All right, boys and girls. So today we're going to start our very first unit in writing, and it is going to be a memoir. So, my first question to you is, what is a memoir? So, a memoir tells a true personal story. So, it's not uncommon to have past presidents write a memoir on their experiences as president. So, they focus in on that one time period. And I just recently read that former President Obama's memoir, is coming out next month. So, they focus in on one special time. So, here are some examples of different memoirs. So, there's Big Mamas, there's City Secrets, Letting Swift River Go, When I Was Your Age, Childhood Stories About Growing Up, The Chalk Doll, Child Times, My Rotten Redheaded Older Brother, and Owl Moon. So, have you read any of these books before? So, one thing I'm noticing about just about every single one of these books is there's a person on the front cover. So that would make sense because a memoir is about a person's personal experience. So, what we're going to do is we're going to read an example of a memoir today. We're going to read the book Up North at the Cabin. So, what I want you to start to think about is, what is a memoir? And by that, I want you to think about, what characteristics do you notice? How is it written? How does it make you feel? How is a memoir organized? And what techniques does the writer use? So, what I would like you to do now is pause this recording, open up your Google Classroom, and click on the link for the YouTube reading of Up North in the Cabin by Marcia Wilson Shaw and paintings by Steve Johnson. So take a few moments and read through that story. All right, boys and girls, so I hope you enjoyed that. So what we're going to do now is, I had asked you to think about what it was that made a memoir a memoir. So hopefully you have picked up on, a memoir is a narrative or a story that usually focuses on a significant period of time in a writer's life. So in our story Up North in the Cabin, the young girl was focusing about her time spending up at, appears to be her grandparents' cabin. The writer is in the story somehow, either physically or as the narrator. He or she tells the story from his point of view. A perfect example was all those I am A's, those metaphors that she used of all the different things she was doing. Many memories are stories that include the writer's family or someone who made a difference in the writer's life. The story will make readers feel either happy, sad, or mad. It should stir up those feelings. Memoirs are organized so that events unfold sequentially and naturally. So sequentially means it's going to start at the beginning, right? We didn't start with Up North at the Cabin, her packing up and leaving. It started at the very beginning on her way to the cabin, and then it kind of took us through different events that had happened while she was there. So that's that natural sequential order. Often the conclusion of the book or the memoir will be a reflection on why the events are important to the writer. One of my favorite things about Up North in the Cabin is how she says she closes her eyes tight and she fixes it in her mind. So when she's, there's snow on the windows, she'll think again about being up north in the cabin. I do the same exact thing. I love going down to the shore. And I swear, my last visit every season down there, I do the same thing. I want to just close my eyes, bottle everything up, the smell, the sights, what I hear, so I can kind of have it with me again. So when I'm freezing and cold and it's dark so early in February, all those things come rushing back to me. The writer's going to use a narrative technique such as dialogue, lots of description, All right, beautiful descriptions, reflective ending, and pacing to develop experiences or show the responses and feelings of characters in a situation. Right? So notice she probably did a ton more while she was there, but she focused in on those special, special things and gave us a ton of detail so that we were able to experience it with her. That's so important in a memoir. Slow things down. Give us everything, what you see, what you hear, what you taste, all right, everything that's around you. And a memoir is a story about you that you tell an audience. It is your story alone and your experience alone. Alrighty, so what we're going to have you do today is you're going to start to think about what your story is. So now that you've heard Up North in the Cabin, I would like you to write about some of your favorite memories. So, first thing I'm going to ask you to do is start by making a list of some special things that happened to you in your lifetime. Then choose one and write freely about that event. Be sure to include who was with you, where you were, and what happened. And then at the end of class, we will share some of our memories. Okay. So I've given you locations to write your list. You also have another location to start to write a little bit freely. So give more examples. Right. And then what we will do at the end of class is we'll come back together and hear a little bit about each other's events. All right. Good luck. Work hard. Give me lots of details so then I feel like I am right there with you. Thank you, guys.